What up, YouTube? Before we start the video, we got a very important announcement for you.
That's right, we have our new milestone giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. That is a CGC 9.8 graded Thor #1. This cover is a Nick Klein sketch variant that is also signed by Donnie Cates.
What? Are you crazy? Yes, we are. When we hit 2,000 subs, we're giving away this bad boy. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It would be much appreciated because we want to give this away, but we only can do that when we hit 2,000 subs. Let's get to the video. What up, YouTube? I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
And we've got another new Comic Book Day video for you for the week of October 2nd. And your eyes do not deceive you. Nate is here.
I am, in fact, alive.
He is alive, and he is
or
here.
An AI simulation.
Don't joke about that.
There's a lot of footage of me. You could have put that in the chat.
That is true. I could have built a large language model and just built
about
fake
that
you.
stuff.
I mean, I do. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about new comic books, and yeah, it's a stacked week. I got 12 books, and
Beefy.
Very beefy. So let's just get straight to it. First of all, we have No Independence. We're kicking it off with Absolute Power, issue number 4. This is the finale of Absolute Power. Yeah, I don't think there's one after
4
this.
issues.
Let me double check, but I'm almost positive this is it. Like, yep, this is it. And you guys know my thoughts. I have not been very. I thought the first 2 issues of Absolute Power were fine, but then issue 3 just got out of control. The ongoing tie-ins have been an absolute mess. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Well, it'll be fine. You know, we're obviously getting a reset. We're jumping into the absolute multiverse, dark side. So much to do.
We're doing New 52 Light, essentially.
Basically, right? Yeah, Silver Bullet.
We get the reboot, but we're also going to do the normal stuff.
Sure. You know, another publisher is just doing it so much better. So my expectations are incredibly low.
I mean, it's like when Pepsi saw Sprite and 7-Up and was like, yo, let's do that too. And then they came out with Sierra Mist, and it was just so much worse.
Yeah, I mean, here. Yeah, I agree with that assessment. I know that there are some Sierra Mist like heads out there, but
sure. And they're wrong. And that's why that soda doesn't exist anymore.
I agree. The Sprite, that Sprite burn is just the best. So
there you go.
Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna read it. Okay, fine.
All right, I'll read it.
Moving on, we got Batman issue 153, the beginning of a new arc and a new DC, aka old school DC new badge on the book, the All In Initiative. Someone's taking a play out of Jerry Jones' book, All In. All in, baby. Anyway,
All In for the worst team in the world.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But anyway, Batman.
At least the quarterback's on the field.
Yeah. Hey, already got back. Packers are back too.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, back to the comic books. Anyway, starting a new arc from Chip Zdarsky. We have Jorge Jimenez on the art, but if you look to the next 5 issues, he is not on the book. We actually get a new artist every issue until the end of the arc, where Jorge and another artist team up to end the arc.
But one of them is Tony Daniel, and I'm totally down for that.
I'm not saying that there isn't a good lineup of artists. I'm just saying this inconsistency on artwork. Like, come on, I want an entire arc of Jorge Jimenez. Just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, it's funny that we're starting All In. We're like at a brand new thing,
right?
And just like New 52, we're doing Court of Owls very beginning. So
yeah, so
we're totally doing something new.
Right. No. Anyway. All right. After that, we've got Birds of Prey issue 14. I think this is going to be kind of like an in-between arc issue. I don't believe this is the penultimate. I don't think.
It looks like this is like setting us up for a new team. Grace, Troy, and Onyx will be joining the team.
And still Barda is on the team, which
that's all that matters.
I'm about. But anyway, this has been fun. The last arc was a little sloppy, but it did get very interesting towards the end. You know, it's been fun. And again, this is a silly goose time for the pool. And I'm still here for it. As long as we can kind of get back to understanding what we're doing rather than kind of like making the reader guess, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Because
I also I've enjoyed this book, even with its couple of like dips. However, you remember when Romero did the interiors?
Which one was Romero?
Remember that? The original one, the guy that's doing the
Yes.
covers?
Yes,
You remember
yes,
that?
yes.
I
Yeah.
don't really remember. I'm actually looking to see the last time he did the interiors. Oh, it was issue 6 in February.
Okay. It's
So
almost a year.
I pretty much not his book. Got
Yeah.
it.
No. Yeah. Well, and it was warranted in the previous art because we were doing like alternate reality jumps.
Mhm.
But like, come on,
Still not there.
seriously. All right. After that, we've got All In Special from DC #1. This is gonna be the setup, the big like, hey, this is what we're doing. Yeah. Obviously, we'll. What? No. What?
We're doing it so you don't have to.
There you go. But
Don't
if
pick
you
this
want,
up. Just let us tell you what's going on. I'm serious. I don't feed into I'm sorry. I don't want to come back all negative.
No, but I mean, I think you're onto something. It's just every time DC does this, it's like, hey, pick this up. Hey, pick this up. And then you realize when you read it, you're like, I didn't have to pick this up. And I'm very fearful that that's what's going to happen here. Cross our fingers. Maybe it won't. Right. But like, I'm done being sold a bill of goods that aren't real. Okay. Yeah. And I know we're being super negative on DC, but I just feel like it's just in such an influx and such an amoeba of a publishing group right now that, not to say that I'm not pulling for the absolute storylines. I've seen some stuff and it looks good. It looks like fun. Mm-hmm. So just cut the bullshit and let's just get to it. And I know that sounds incredibly petty talking about comic books, but I mean, I spend my hard money on this shit. That's like, right. That's right. So make it work.
I'm gonna give them credit where it's due.
Okay.
We've got a 64-page book and it's only $4.99.
All right. Yeah.
If this was Marvel, this would be $9.99, no problem.
Oh, you fucking better believe it. But how many ads are in the book?
Who knows?
Right? It's like every other freaking page we'll see.
69. Anyway. If 64 pages, I bet we get 34, 38 pages of material.
That sounds about right. We should do a page count. All right. Next up from DC Black Label, we have The Nice House by the Sea, issue #3 or book #3. Tiny Onion is just building and building and building. And I remember now what happened in book 2. We realized that Walter's still alive. He's the dog at the end of the issue. That's right.
Yeah.
So shit's getting crazy. And it's been getting crazy, but it's getting even crazier. This book was so much fun. I believe book 2 was my pick of the week. If not, it was probably really damn close. Mm-hmm. This is just fun. I'm so glad it's back. And then we know like we're gonna get into the groove of things, and then it's just gonna abruptly end. So
yeah,
But anyway, it's just good to have Tiny Onion on the show.
Pool.
Yeah.
I was still surprised that this book actually came back. As soon as the first one ended, you were like, "Yeah, we're getting a second."
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
100%.
I think that was it. But
no, 100%. No,
it is.
Yeah, and where we're at now, which is like we've got basically 2 houses, maybe more, kind of vying for who knows, like survivalship. Something's happening, but that's the best part about it is the mystery is so good in this book, and it's intentional, which we like. After that, we have Plastic Man No More, issue #2 or book #2. Book 1 was pretty fun, dark, comical, distressing. It was just the cover. We're getting into some body horror, which
wait a minute.
Yeah, if there's one, and we're getting into it. I'm not saying like first issue there was a little bit of it, like he literally lost a hand, and he has it in a bag. So like it's getting weird, and I think the really cool thing I like about this book is the nonchalantness and the carefreeness of all the other heroes going like, Plastic Man, you'll be fine, and like no, he's quite literally melting, like he's falling apart. Mm-hmm. So again, we'll see how it goes, but this has been fun from Cantwell. I didn't really know much about Plastic Man, and he does a really good job of making sure that you kind of have a general awareness of the character if you don't. So
good, because I have no idea.
There you go. Looks like we're getting a guest appearance from the Metal Men. So also some little Bronze Age DC-ness going on there. So interested to see how it goes.
Hey, I'm interrupting the video. It's only because I've got something really important to tell you. I know you know what we're giving away when we hit 2,000 subscribers. I gotta let you know about what we're giving away when we hit 1,250 subscribers. We're giving away this Uncanny X-Men #1 signed by Jim Chung, CGC grade 9.8. When we hit 1,250 subscribers, you could potentially win this, but you have to be subscribed to our channel. So hit that sub button, ring that bell, give us a like. Let's get back to the video, shall we?
All right, jumping over to Marvel, we're going to kick it off with Daredevil issue number 14. This has been a crazy kind of up and down run. Dealing with the 7 Deadly Sins, I'm here about it. The street level has kind of been hit or miss at times with the book. But, you know, again, it was a very... I've been enjoying it. And so to see where it goes from here, I know Kingpin had finally absolved the sin of greed, so that was a pretty big deal. But this book is generally a mystery to me in the sense of direction. I know that Matt has renounced, or it looks like he's renounced his priesthood just to get some shit done. So that sounds like fun.
Yeah. I feel like I'm surprised we're 14 issues in though. Like I feel like we haven't had over a year's worth of stuff going on.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Like it's definitely been a like a slow fast burn, if that makes any sense. It's just been a while. I think that it's a credit to the writing, in my opinion, because I don't think it's been sloppy. It's just we've been enjoying it so much that we're like, holy shit, we're on 14 issues. Like,
right.
You know, again, it's not a Chip Zdarsky run, but it's just something different. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Immortal Thor issue number 16 from Ewing, and I don't remember. I know something's happening. It's been so long since I've read this book.
The last issue was basically we wrapped up our fight with Zeus, and we went back to Asgard. We're coming back together. Like there was that long scene with Enchantress where they were basically like, "Should we fucking bone or maybe not?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry about your dead son," and she's like, "Okay, never mind. We're not gonna."
That's right.
And
That's right.
It was kind of a strange issue, but
yeah, it seems like every other arc is up and down, and so I didn't mind the last arc. So maybe we're on a down. I don't know.
Yeah, we also got insight that what's his face is back alive again.
What's his face?
The bull guy. The Roxy.
Oh yeah,
Roxy.
Roxy. Yeah, gotcha.
So I don't know if he'll pop back up again. But
let me just say something possibly controversial. I don't think this book should be called Immortal Thor.
It is an interesting choice. I think they only did that just because they're trying to write tales of the Immortal Hulk.
Sure. Yeah, I don't. We'll talk about it on Sunday, but or Saturday, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. After that, we've got Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider issue number 6. And, you know, again, Gwen is doing some crazy shit in this book, trying to help out Chameleon, is it Chameleon? Yeah, Chameleon, who is now in prison. She figured him out, but she's got this weird energy burst power now that she's in the 616. It looks like she's teaming up with Jessica Jones to kind of figure this shit out. I know we're leading into the what's it called? The TVA book that she'll be a part of.
Oh yeah.
I'm about it. Like this has actually been really fun. I think Stephanie Phillips is having a really fun time kind of playing in the Spider universe and using Gwen as that, you know, tool to just move a narrative that quite frankly we just haven't really been talking about, which is like getting Gwen in the 616. Everyone else is partying in the 616. Why can't she? And that's quite true. I mean, literally, that is the question of the issue of the entire book. So, another one of these silly goose time books. All right, we got a new X-Men book, and that's right, we got Storm. Issue number 1. Love this freaking cover. I quite literally don't know what to expect. I know she's rocking out right now on the Avengers, and she's about to kill it. And it's going to be awesome because she's taking Thor's place, which I think is awesome.
I didn't realize it was Thor's place.
Yeah. So the most recent Avengers book, she took basically Thor's like, I got to bounce. So you be the God of Thunder. She's like, okay. Anyway, I'm very excited for this book. I'm sure it's going to be just amazing. And I think it'll push. I mean, I'm liking Dazzler right now, even though we just had a number 1 with Dazzler. Phoenix is okay. Phoenix is kind of hovering around here, and if there's a book to drop and a book to take its place, it might be Storm.
Interesting. I also really like that Lucas Wernick is on the Wernock. I don't know how you say it, but is on the book. He's consistently been a part of the X team all throughout Krakoa. So like,
Okay.
I like the little bit of the like nod to like, hey, like I don't know, like it has that nostalgic feel, you know. His art does to me. So
what'll be interesting to see is if this book tries to shake the shackles of Krakoa, because it does seem like Krakoa is still kind of lingering around. I get it. It was a big event. It was a big deal. But like some books are trying to move on from it and other ones are still just like holding on to it. Some are doing it really well, some aren't. And so it'll be interesting to see, especially with Storm, you know, her being the queen of essentially Mars in that Krakoa. And I'm sure there'll be some kind of mention to it, or Apocalypse will be talking to her, be like, hey, don't come back here. I got it. Who knows? But I guess I'm looking forward to it a little bit to see if we get any answers to, you know, post Krakoa with Storm.
Yeah.
But if we don't, I wouldn't be upset either.
Yeah. Also, as an aside, I was like, I know I've seen his name a lot, but what X books did he do? Actually, a ton. He did all of Trial of Magneto. He did all of the Fall of the House of X. He did all of Immortal X-Men. And then he had various issues from Marauders, X-Men, X Factor, Empire X-Men, and he did all of Sins of Sinister.
Okay.
So like,
okay.
A lot of X books.
Yeah, that's nothing to like. Oh, okay.
I don't know why I'm hung up on that, but I like that.
No, well, I think that's because, you know, the book is getting a very good artist to give it some legs, which is great.
Yep.
All right, after that we have Ultimate Black Panther issue number 9. This has just been a wild, crazy ride. We've got this new introduction of a vibranium, and it's a thing that makes things grow, or it can expand on things. It's not a destructive force, it's a giving force.
Okay.
And it would appear that T'Challa is going to try to get a hold of it, even though they had it at one point and then they lost it. But it does seem like we're coming to an apex in the story. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I've never had any doubt of this book, but there's definitely some intrigue and mystery, which is great because it's the Ultimate line. They're doing fresh things. They're doing new things. So I'll go ahead and say a potential pick of the week here because it's been such a solid book. And yeah,
this is one I've fallen behind on, so I need to catch up on this one.
Dude, you have so much to catch up on, and when you read it, you're like, God damn, this is like, I mean, the Ultimate line is just killing it right now, right? And I think that's why I have such reservations with Absolute over at DC. Like, I already don't like your books, and then what are you gonna do this? And it's just gonna be like, you know, sorry, that was rude. Anyway, our last book of the night is X-Men issue number 5, and it does appear that there's some fracturing going on in the X-Men group. We do have this build up between a potential showdown between the X-Men and the Uncanny X-Men, to see the group already kind of fracturing and wanting to do their own thing. And I say that because there's a Psylocke book about to come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like, I don't, you know, I've said it before. I feel like Uncanny X-Men is 10 times a better book than this X-Men book is. And I hate saying that because it's McKay, but like, I'm just saying, right? We got Stegman back on the artwork. I don't know. This book has been up and down. There have been moments where it's just been like, what are we doing? Issue 1. But then there have been other moments and other issues that have been like, holy shit, this is strong. And I think the biggest one for me was when you said, you know, Cyclops having the speech that he had. I think it was in either in issue 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Just having like the best one-liners. And so it's very clear that like it's either unintentionally trying to find its legs, or there's just like just trying to feel it out. But again, it's still the first arc. I'm still here for it. By no means am I dropping the book, but I am a little worried. So hopefully 4 was fine. 4 was fine because we've got this mystery of humans turning into mutants incredibly late, way past their, you know, time when they should, which I think is like at 16 or something like that. So that's a mystery that I am enjoying. So if we can just like get a little sloppy on the artwork and kind of stop bouncing around storyline wise, I think I'll be okay. All right, that's going to do it for this week's New Comic Day video for the week of October 2nd. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you reading first? And what's your potential pick of the week? As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'd be much appreciated as we're on the road to 1,250 subscribers. And we can't do it without your support. So if you do all three of those things, that would be great. Because it's just like click, 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 right? Like
easy.
Easy peasy. We will be live this Saturday. So it'll probably just be me this Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But with a big old but, the return is imminent. The following Sunday, we'll be back to our regular programming with Nate on board.
Yep.
The ship is back. Both captains are on, and you will have in 2 weeks a Two Fat Guys Pull List live episode with both your boys. So please mark your calendars. We'll be here. But hey, we're just glad that he's here for a new comic book day, right? So anyways, as always, comic fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.